their big play guy. He's a defensive end. He's a linebacker. He's the strongest kid on the team, according to the coach, and he is really the backbone of this Newtown team.
And not only that, from the tight end position, that is the area in the field that is traditionally open all day and all night in high school football. There aren't many teams in high school that can play the middle of the field very well. When you turn those little short 7-8 yarders into 20 and 30 yard catches, then that becomes very, very dangerous to you.
It certainly does, and it'll be up to the Fitch defense to stop him. We'll come back. We'll talk about the Fitch defense in a minute. You're listening to The Ticket, 980 WSUB ESPN Radio.
Got a round of applause for the Newtown High School Nighthawks.
Ready.
At this time, we will just announce the whole team. The Nighthawks, the head coach Ken Roberts, coming in 9-1, Colonial Division champs of the Southwest Conference. Let's have a nice round of applause for the Newtown High School Nighthawks.
Mike, give me a test.
Test.
You're fired. Welcome back to Dorr Field. Right now, both teams on the field. Starting teams have been introduced. Captains are getting ready to meet at the middle of the field. I'm Ron Adams, along with Phil Murphy. Mike McLaughlin's made his way up through the crowd, signing autographs, doing everything he normally does. But Mike, tell me what you know about Newtown.
Newtown's pretty good. 9-1. They've had a real series of games with Ledyard over the years. Okay, they were an M team, and believe me, they were one of the top teams in the M division in the 90s. They moved up to L. Since they moved up to L, they haven't won a playoff game. Okay, they've lost, but they have 2 state championships. They beat, in the game I did, they beat Ledyard in 1990, and they beat Wyndham in 1992. So they've come in pretty well tested. They've won 8 in a row. They got a new coach in his second year. First year he was 3-7. This year he's 9-1. The big thing is obviously they beat beat Massac.
And I had the opportunity, Mike, to talk to the Newtown coach today. A very nice man. We talked for quite a while. Knows he's up against it, but I'll tell you, from what some of the Fitch scouting coaches told me, that this Newtown team is probably, it gets as excited and psyched up, Phil Murphy, as any team they've ever seen. And if emotions have anything to do with it, this Newtown team shows its emotion.
You know, it's very interesting that you say that, because they warmed up in silence. They did not make a sound. When they made their entrance onto the field right now, they walked onto the field. They have something in mind. They're holding something back. I think they're reserving all their energy, and they're going to let it explode all over this field tonight.
And the toss of the coin has been made, and Newtown will receive the ball. They'll be going from the left to the right, Fitch from the right to the left. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a minute. This is The Ticket, 980 WSUB, ESPN Radio. Teams look good, Mike and Murph. They're meeting right now at the in the center of the field. Fitch pumped up. They're going. It's going to have a game tonight.
Yeah, and if you look at the contrast, look at Newtown. I mean, Fitch is bubbling over like a pot of boiling water. And Newtown is just very, very quiet, very sedate. They have something in their minds. They're very, very businesslike. Not to say that emotion isn't good, but Newtown has something in their minds. They've got something planned.
And we'll keep it with Kenny for a minute, because they're going to play the national anthem right now. But what we'll do is we'll stop with our Comcast viewers as we pay tribute to our nation with tonight's national anthem.
This time, would you all please rise, face the flag, remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Get ready for this, Kenny. Fitch team raises their helmets. The national anthem is played. We got state semi-final championship football. Mike McLaughlin, we couldn't ask for a better evening tonight. Fitch is going to be in their black tops, silver pants. Massac will be in their baby blue or royal blue, I guess, type pants.
It's royal blue. Never forget that. That's royal blue. They have one of the colleges on the hill has the same color.
You got it. And they're in their white tops. Massac will be receiving the ball. They'll be going from your radio left to your radio right. They'll be heading towards the field house at Fitch as they come out getting ready for the kickoff and the play-by-play tonight's game, Mr. Mike McLaughlin.
And I'm glad I made it because I got behind the Newtown bus. They brought a busload of people down in a big cruiser. They're all trying to come in now. Probably be my vehicle's got to be moved. I've never seen so many people parked down in the back of there. But Fitch is ready to play. DeVoe's ready to kick off, Ronnie A.
Yeah, and it is a little early, Mike. I got 6:24, 6:25.
CIAC can't count. Whenever they do a game, you can guarantee they start 5 minutes.
But they got the man here, Gene Blaine, running the show, so I'm sure he knows what's doing. He'll stay on top of things. Former Killingly High great coach Mike. He's here representing the CIAC. We got a bunch of officials from throughout the state, top officials in the state. And here we go. Tonight's kickoff, and here's Mike McLaughlin.
Right, DeVoe's going to kick off. Tobin and Savino back deep. See what they're going to do, the two speed burners. DeVoe kicks it off. Going to be taken by Tobin on about the 15-yard line. Tobin gets up to the 21-yard line. Going to be knocked down there, and there are the Falcons all over him again. And that team, they're all over the place. Tyler Walworth and a whole lot of other guys, Phil.
Yeah, you got Ray McCall down there. You got Rob Taylor. They all managed to lay a hit on Tobin. Let's see what happens in this first series. Obviously, in every Fitch game, the first series is a big series. Let's see what happens.
Now, let's see what happens. As you said, Newtown comes in. Tobin over 1,300 yards rushing, 13 TVs. They got Savino flanked out to the far right. McCarthy in the slot. Hand off to Tobin. Tobin's going to get maybe 3 yards, and that ball almost come out on the ground. Went up to the 24-yard line. The eye back. Tobin runs it.
And I see tonight, Murph, that we have Tyler Warwick starting for the injured DJ Coleman, who got hurt against Ledger. Does Fitch miss much there?
Not much. Tyler Walworth has proven himself to be a heck of a ball player. You also got John Norris now that's managed to slide himself in there, too, because of that injury.
Going to one setback, Tobin. Hand off to Tobin. Tobin's going to fight maybe up to the 25, and he's wrapped up. And I'll tell you what, that was a big-time tackle by Milton.
Yeah, Milton did a good job filling in from his spot. In the prior play, the Hall brothers also met the running back in the backfield and tripped him up. As I said earlier in the game, it's tough sledding if you're going to count on establishing a running game against Fitch.
And Ryan Milton with the Paul Otto Award from last year. The comeback players had a great season this year at linebacker for the Falcons.
One back on the wing, that's Tobin. Hayden and McCarthy, the tight end, flanked out to the right. Savino flanked out to the left. Petretti's going to go back, and he's going to be wrapped up. And right there is Tremont Shelton, number 12, ate him up.
Tamar Shelton did an excellent job. That's exactly how you play it. You trapped the quarterback. He got in. He cut him off from getting to the outside, snatched him, and brought him down.
Oh, Murph, you get boiling when you see them quarterback sacks, don't you?
I do. I love it.
All-time NCAA leader in sacks. You better believe he loves it, Mike.
I don't know. Shelton he just comes off that defensive end and gets better every game. Back to punt.
Think they're going at it, Murph?
It looks like they're going for it. They got one guy deep.
Number 7 with the punt is going to bounce around on the 40, bounce back to the 50. Going to be on the Fitch 46. They're going to take over in a fantastic punt by number 7 if we can pick him up, and we don't have a Newtown roster.
There
number 7,
the punter. Let me just say while you're looking at
Tom Ryan.
Mike, that Fitch starting out, Murph, very good field position, taking over at their own 45. Here's Dwayne. Dwayne's got the food from John's Brick Oven. And boy, we're going to have an unhappy group of people here if that food's not here.
He better go get it then.
I think he should. Here you go. Call John's, tell him you're on the way.
All righty, on the 45-yard line, your own 45-yard line. Falcons take over 10:05 to go in the first period. We're just underway. Double wing T. See what the Falcons do. Maddox is in motion. Pitch back to the left. Maddox is up to midfield. Maddox goes up to about the 47-yard line. He gets 8 right out of the blocks.
And leading the way down there, Murph, Justin Alina, number 70 or Eric Herman, number 70 for the Fitch Falcons, way out there in front blocking.
Well, Eric Herman's done an excellent job all year. He's been one of the hardest workers on the team, one of the unsung heroes. He does a great job in there. That pitch was a little bit high. Had it come in a little bit lower, I think Max would have had a chance to see a little bit better and pick up a few more yards.
2nd and 2, Mike.
2nd and 2 from the 47 of the Newtown Nighthawks. Pitch with the ball, first time they've had it. DeVoe's the quarterback. Double wing T, pitch back to Michael Hall. Michael Hall's going to get the first down. Michael Hall's going to get to the outside. Michael Hall's by McCarthy. Michael Hall's down to the 20, and he's brought down on about the 19-yard line by McCarthy, who showed good speed.
Yeah, McCarthy showed excellent speed there, Mike. He did a great job. He had somewhat of an angle on Michael Hall, but Michael Hall, once again, with that downhill running style, did manage to turn the corner, pick up substantial yardage.
Boy, he is showing some speed that he really wasn't showing for his 3 games. That ankle is healed, and he's a new Michael Hall out there, better than the other one, if you can believe that.
8 touchdowns.
It is hard to believe, but he's as tough a man as you're going to find.
8 TDs in the past 2 games.
You got it, man.
Just warming up, like Al Pacino said. I'm just getting started. First down on the 19 of the Nighthawks for the Falcons. No score. Falcons' first drive. DeVoe to quarterback. Double wing T. Hand off to Maddox, goes to the left. Maddox is to the 15. Maddox to the 10. Maddox shoots it outside. Maddox is, and we're going to look for the referee to call. I think they're going to call him on about
the 1 foot line, Mike. Yep, you got it with a block by Tamar Shelton, leading that way, Murph.
No doubt about it, as well as
Maddox.
Matt Maddox.
We're a little emotional up here. We want this team.
We're homies. Be honest.
No doubt about
it.
And Dante Ross had an excellent block too. They just opened up a gap in there, much like the old Green Bay sweep.
3 plays, 54.5 yards, a half a yard for the first score of the game. The Falcons need, and here they come.
DeVoe, the quarterback, double wing T. George Hall, deep back. Michael Hall in motion. Looks like Michael Hall's going to be into the end zone. Touchdown. Michael Hall with his 9th touchdown in the past 3 games.
Well, as I said, this is a very key series. Fitch is all business tonight. They've got to look in their eye, and I think Newtown is beginning to feel a little bit what it's been like to be a Fitch opponent.
Well, let's hope it carries on. Fitch will probably go for the 2 as they do. Then Emery kicks the extra point after his second score, if it happens or not. But 4 plays by the Falcons, 55 yards. Michael Hall caps it off with a 1-yard touchdown run. Mike, here comes DeVoe. Fitch is going for 2.
16 touchdowns for Michael Hall this year, and he's missed 4 games. Let's see what happens with DeVoe. Michael Hall in motion. Handoff inside to Maddox.
It's good. He's in there.
Maddox is in here. I'm going to try to pick that up with Maddox or Ross. No, Dante Ross running from the left side. Dante Ross with the 2-point. I thought they'd give it to George Hall. I was so focused on George Hall who hasn't touched it. They did that little inside reverse to Dante Ross. Touchdown.
They ran that counter play. It was wide open. He walked into the end zone, and nobody really knew where the ball was. The referees took their time in raising their arms.
And that's a score. Fitch 8, Newtown 0. Let me tell you, Groton Utilities, we've been in the hometown since 1904, meeting all the comfort needs. Whether it's electric power or quality water, the Groton Utilities is ready to serve you. Manitowoc Spring, now a part of Groton Utilities Family Services. For product quality spring water, think and drink Manitowoc. To the valued customers, the men and women of Groton Utilities wish you a happy and healthy holidays.
Well, we ought to call those guys because we need some heat up here.
It ain't as bad as it was Thanksgiving, Murph.
Yeah, that's true.
Dwayne was supposed to bring that too.
Dwayne didn't bring the heat, didn't bring the food. I don't know.
Kickoff by DeVoe.
Dwayne's fired.
I don't know how many
DeVoe, kickoff to number 5. Werbeck's going to get to the outside. Werbeck showing good speed. It's up to the 40, 45-yard line, almost about the 45-yard line of Newtown. Real good run back by Mark Werbeck.
And Murph, as it is all the time, the safety valve is always there. The Inferno making the tackle.
Yeah, Dante Ross put up the speed and made that tackle out of bounds over there. This is excellent field position for Newtown, though, so once again, this is going to be a key possession to see whether or not Newtown can score or whether or not Fitch can hold them at bay and score again.
Back in the I formation, Petretti, the quarterback. Savino flanked out to the right. Tobin, the I back. Pitch back to Tobin. Tobin cuts inside and slaughtered. Michael Hall and Tyler Walworth just ate him up.
Yeah, they were all over him like a cheap suit, Mike. They ran that 48 toss that you run out of an I formation, and there was no room at the end.
That lost 4. And we remember one of the best backs I ever saw was T.J. Stanley. He couldn't do anything running against the I against the Falcons, and he's a great player.
Well, the Falcons just pursue so quickly and exploit every gap in the line. There's almost no way to avoid them.
2nd and 14, 7:55 to go, first period. Petrucci goes back, he's going to put the ball out, looking for Savino. Savino drops it. And there was Dante Ross defending him, but I'll tell you what, Savino had a chance to catch that ball.
That was Ray McCraw out there, Mike. He did an excellent job. He had perfect position on him. I think Savino just was distracted momentarily because McCraw went up with the ball. And I think he might have tipped it a little bit.
He's coming on much, much better, McCraw. Each game he gets better and better.
Yeah, if you look at their defensive backfield, they've got McCraw, they've got Tyler Walworth. They've got guys that are filling in because of injuries right now, and they're doing a great job.
But they got Maddox there, 3rd and 13. Fitch ahead 8-0. Petrucci goes straight back, looks, going to put it out for Werbeck too high, and there's McCraw there, right there. So 7:41 to go in the first period. Falcons with 8-0 lead, 4th and 13. They're going to get the ball back.
Yeah, they are, Mike. This was a big series for them. If they can score this time, then I would think that all bets are off.
And you know, Murph, the snap last time was not that swift of a snap by this center. It was a little bit slow with a little loft, but watch Fitch block it.
No, Fitch has got a return going on. They got 2 men back right now, so I'd look for a wall either right or left.
Ryan, the punter, gets it away. He's only a sophomore. Maddox is going to take it on the 35. Maddox dances. He's to the 40. Maddox breaks one tackle, stays on his feet. Maddox is still going up to about the 49-yard line. What balance?
These guys have tremendous balance. It comes from just working in the weight room, picking up that leg strength. You're able to keep your balance when you hit. And Matt Maddox has just showed us all year long what kind of player he is.
Well, when he caught the ball, he just kind of stopped for a second and stood there and let the coverage overrun him. And that's something that you could never teach a fellow. That's got to be a God-given talent.
It's calm under fire, too, because Catching that ball on punt coverage is one of the scariest, one of the intense things that you can do on a football field, and he's as cool as a cucumber back there.
Patience is a virtue. Believe me, in that punt returns, if you've got it, you can do well. From the 49-yard line, the Falcons are ahead 8-0. Ronnie L. Boy, look at this here. Handoff to handoff back to Maddox. Maddox is only going to get nowhere. And I'll tell you what, it's more confusing on the TV, Ron.
That play was a little bit, yeah. We want to thank Mike Devine, Comcast. Say hi to everybody. Comcast watching this game all week long. It's just starting. Fitch 8, Newtown 0, 7 minutes left to play in the first quarter. We're going to be getting scores throughout Waterford, throughout the entire 8 games that are being played tonight. We got all scores.
R.C. Coyle was in on that tackle. That was a great play by the Newtown defense, picking up that toss.
See what they do. Ross comes in for Maddox. Double wing T for the Falcons. They're ahead 8-0 on their own 49-yard line, 2nd and 10. Handoff to George Hall. George Hall's carrying people. George Hall's going to bounce off a few people, running like a pinball machine. Gets about 8. Going to be 3rd and about 2. And George Hall wants that ball. You can see that.
Yeah, he's hungry right now. And you see by the way he moves his legs, he's refusing to be tackled. And he's very tough to tackle once he does that.
And then one thing about George Hall, it seems like he's getting bigger and taller. Every time I see him, he looks like he's bigger.
Well, who knows what Mr. and Mrs. Hall are feeding him at home.
3rd down, about 2 from the 43-yard line.
A couple pizzas. And I need a sandwich.
As we're talking about different things here. 3rd down, 2 for the Falcons on the 43-yard line. Newtown Falcons with an 8-0 lead. Pitch back to Maddox. Maddox has the first down. Maddox has more. Maddox is down about the 38-yard line. Followed his block and got the most out of that play.
Yeah, he did. And on that tackle was number 11, Pete Engel for Newtown, who just hooked on the max and held on for dear life.
Newtown is starting to put up a little more resistance than they did because they just never saw anything like Fitch on the first series of downs.
No, it takes a while. I mean, this wing tee that Fitch runs is very, very difficult to pick up. They have very tight line splits, if any splits whatsoever, and they're just a precision machine.
And the guy who probably is really, I'll tell you in a minute, Matt, because you'll appreciate it, Murph, as we get through this play here, first down. DeVoe looks. DeVoe puts it out. He's got Maddox streaking down the sideline, but it's just too long. Maddox was wide open running on about the 15-yard line.
Just not enough air put underneath the ball there, Murph. A little bit more air into that ball would have had a touchdown.
Well, you saw it during the warm-ups. The quarterbacks for both teams are a little psyched up. This type of game, you tend to put a little more arm into it. I mean, he was wide open. It was a very well-conceived play.
Oh, yeah, you faked that quick end around, and then they faked the quick hitter, and Newtown didn't know where the ball was going. Maddox wide open, but DeVoe just missed him. Mike McLaughlin, 2nd and 10 for the Falcons. They got the ball on the Newtown 37-yard line, leading 8-0.
And they're in 4-down territory, wherever they may be. Dante Ross in motion, pitch back to left. Donnie's up to the 35. Donnie's to the 30. Donnie's carrying people close to the 28. Dante Ross going to be close for the first down.
And Murph, Michael Hall, George Hall, Matt Maddox, Dante Ross. Does it matter who carries the ball on this team?
It doesn't. They all care for each other, block for each other. I'll tell you one thing Newtown's doing, though. They're not lining up 8 and 9 men in the box. So once the running back breaks the line of scrimmage, he's going to run free. They've got guys sitting back there waiting to catch someone after they break the line of scrimmage. And that's to their credit that they picked that up.
And here comes the measurement.
Right now, time for measurement, guys. Let me tell you about the American Billiards. Full line of billiard supplies located 505 Long Hill Road, Brunswick, Malley, Miucci Billiard Supplies. Go over there and tell them you want this official NFL cue ball, which is available, which makes a great stocking stuffer. 505 Long Hill Road, American Billiards, 446-16561.
See what they do. First down on the 28-yard line. Ronnie A. does Solar Spots live now.
I can do anything.
We're all set. The fabulous Ronnie A. Listen to him 7 to 9. You'll be calling in, believe me. First down on the 28 of Newtown. Hand up to George Hall, and George Hall gets to about the 25. But I'll tell you, somebody got a hand on him, and it was number 44, who is a little tough nut they have there. And 44 for them is Sean Gleason. Grabbed a hold of George Hall, and George got 2 yards on the play.
Murph, I want to mention 3 names to you. Pat Hansen, Eric Wilson, and Eric Herman. 3 guys we don't talk about too much, but have been in that line, especially with the center, Eric Wilson, all year long. They do a heck of a job.
Yeah, they do. They open up the holes and make it all possible for Fitch. And these guys, you never hear their name, but they are great football players.
2nd and 8 from the 26 of the Nighthawks. Hand off to George Hall. George Hall bouncing off people, gets down to about the 23. Going to be third down to about 5.
You know, Mike, Newtown, once again, Newtown is not committing everything to the run.
Yeah.
They're saving something in reserve, and they have people waiting back there for when the Fitch ball carrier breaks the line of scrimmage. Very, very good defensive strategy for Newtown.
Got to make the announcement right now. Dwayne Pearson got his job back. He's the best. Nobody better than Dwayne Pearson. The food's on its way.
Good enough. Third and 5 from the 23.
The Plum Tomato, formerly John's Brick Oven.
Whatever. Third down and 5 from the 23. Falcons with it. Pitch back to Dante Ross. Dante gets close to the first down. Spins. He's got the first down at the 15. The little 160-pounder carried people.
Great determination on the part of Dante the Inferno, running like a man possessed, Murph.
Well, the Inferno that time made a nice little cut to finish off that run that got him the first down, Ronnie.
3:43 and counting in the first. You know who must be kind of unique for the guy who's the umpire? Because he'd never ever seen probably an offense like this trying to figure out where to stand. Because everything's coming right at him.
He's lucky he doesn't get hit. I'd run him over.
He's lucky he's a little fella.
He's probably nimble and really quick. First down from the 15. Fitch with the ball. They have the lead 8-0.
Dante's got
off to Dante Ross. Dante Ross running to the outside. Gets down to about the 11-yard line. He's tackled. And there's that McCarthy. He's all over field number 48, Matt McCarthy.
Yeah, he is. He's a good ball player for them. Got good size, good speed, and good football instincts. On that play right there, because of his speed, he had Brandon Cook trying to get him around and hook him, and Brandon just couldn't get there because McCarthy was a little too fast.
Oh, Murph, I talked to the head coach today, very nice fellow from Newtown, and he said that Matt McCarthy is clearly their best player. He's their leader, best defensive player. He's a tight end, catches a lot of passes. He's their guy. He's got to have a big game. But right now, Mike Fitch got the ball at the 10-yard line, second and 4. But here comes a flag. I don't know why.
Lined up offsides again.
Fitch, what they did there last Thursday when they got flagged for that a couple of times in a row, lining up offsides. And while they're doing...
Michael Hall is indicating that the penalty is against Newtown.
So it'll be half the distance from the 9, probably take it to the 6.
Well, we will. And in the interim, I'll tell you about Crown Billiards, New London Shopping Center. 24 tables, largest pro shop in the area, family, non-smoking area. Sign up for juniors at the beginning of this January league. Open 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Friday and Saturday to 1 a.m. next to Burlington Coat Factory. The penalty marked against Newtown. Fitch got the ball, Mike, on about the 6-yard line. First and goal.
First and goal for the Falcons. They're ahead 8-0. Not going to touchdown Dorr. Michael Hall goes in motion.
I think we saw movement on the Falcons side that time, Murph. I don't know. Did you see it? It looked like someone from Fitch moved the right guard.
It looked like Newtown again jumped. It's hard to tell.
Okay, and here comes a sign. You got it, Murph's right again. He's involved. It's going to be offside against Newtown as they jump. Going to put the ball to the 2.
They reacted to the motion of Michael Hall. When Michael Hall went in motion, they jumped offside looking for a quick hitter. They just hurt themselves, giving up big yardage to the goal line.
And boy, first down and goal from the 2. What more could the Falcons ask? 2 minutes ago, first period. Falcons up 8-0. DeVoe has been a quarterback. Hand off to George Hall. George Hall bounces in. You're not going to stop George Hall from 2 yards out. You know something? Both Hall brothers has never been done. No two brothers ever around here have ever scored 100 points each in a season. That gives George Hall 100. Michael Hall's over 100. Nobody's ever done that before, the Hall brothers.
Well, I'll tell you, there couldn't be any brothers I could think of that could be better than these two.
Yeah.
They're the kind of ball players that are determined, hard, and very intelligent.
All right, 14-0. DeVoe's going to go for the kick. DeVoe's made 40 extra points this year, 73 in his career. He's just warming up. DeVoe with the kick. Good. So with the score, 15-0 Falcons.
We'll take a break. You listen to Eye of the Ticket, 980 WSUB ESPN Radio.
All right, I'll do the kickoff with you.
Yeah, we'll do the kickoff and then Yep.
Kicking off.
DeVoe gets ready for the kickoff.
Kyle Tobin.
I think they're holding it up for the TV. DeVoe, how's that for time? Is holding it up for us, I guess. Will DeVoe, 41st extra point, 74 for his career. Fitch now's got 83 touchdowns this year. DeVoe with the kickoff. Going to be taken by Tobin. Drops it on the 10. Picks it up. Tobin's going to get up, going to get a little bit to the outside, going to get up to about the 21-yard line. He's going to be eaten up.
And right now we'll take it back to the studio. Kenny Fields has some scores for us. To the TV.
IQ from the 20-yard line. Petrucci looks, pitches it out here to Adam Hayden. Hayden's going to get knocked out of bounds by Maddox. He's going to get up to about the 28-yard line. Nice play out in the field. Flat, and Hayden with a nice run.
Yeah, that was a very good play-action pass. He just eluded the rush on that play and was able to get that pass off perfect in the flat and was able to pick up nice yardage on it.
Petretti, the quarterback's thrown 14 TDs. Hayden has scored 9, rushed for 900 yards.
What's for me?
We'll be watching for Ronnie A down there. Ronnie A can't stay in this thing here. 2nd and 3 from the 27-yard line. 15-0 Falcons. 1:23 to go in the first period. Petretti hands off to Hayden. Hayden is just eaten up. He's just stopped the right side. Kerry, you name it. Milton and Norris come in at least to come in on that tackle. So he loses 2, so 3rd down about 5.
Yeah, you got Michael Hall who made the initial hit on that play too. You know, it's as I said earlier, they've got to use the pass to try to open up the run because you trying to establish a run game against these guys just ain't going to happen.
And they've taken their tailback out. Tobin's out of the game right now. He gained 1,300 yards at 14, 15 touchdowns. We got our psychologist here in case I get in trouble from the 26-yard line, 3rd and 4. Petretti throwing it out, hits Savino. Savino got the first down, and McCrow's going to push him out of bounds, but he's going to get up to about the 34-yard line. First down as soon as Kevin McMahon comes in the booth, starts to go downhill for the Falcons.
Well, that's what they have to do for to pick up yardage, Mike. They've got to be able to throw that short pass, and after that pass is caught, the guy's got to be able to pick up some yardage with it. That's the only way I see them being able to move that ball down the field.
Right now, because I think Fitch is going to close that down pretty quick, too.
Well, it remains to be seen. It's a very tough thing to shut down if the quarterback is on target.
Well, let's see what he does. Petretti's a good quarterback. 34-yard line, first down. Petretti looks back. He's being pressured. Rolls to the right. He looks. He's going to put the ball out, and he's going to be a short pass. Going to be Norris. Had a shot at that one, believe me, and Larkin is Maddox.
Well, Michael Hall put tremendous pressure on him and leveled him as he let that ball go. That's why that ball was thrown the way that it was. That is the only thing that can hold them in check if they want to drop back and try to, do a 7-step drop. But otherwise, a quick 3-step drop, that ball should be completed. And if you look back on that play, he had his man, Matt McCarthy, wide open, number 48.
He's going to have to throw to McCarthy and hope he can break a tackle. Petretti throws to McCarthy. You got McCarthy with a nice catch. Boy, he went one hand on, caught that. He got 6 yards up to the 40. 3rd down for McCarthy. Big hand.
There you go. That's the play I was talking about. McCarthy takes 2 steps off the line. Petretti lets it go. It's right there for him every time.
And Petretti's been putting the ball out snaps. He's not a big kid. I think that's going to hurt him before the end of the game because Fitch is going to start putting a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Once they start laying some hats on him, he will feel the pressure.
So, with the score at the end of the first period, Fitch Falcons 15, Newtown Nighthawks 0. You're listening to The Ticket, WSUB 980 AM, ESPN Radio. Dorr Field, Fitch 15, nothing for the Newtown Nighthawks. Ronnie A. somewhere on the field. I haven't picked him up yet, but he's going to be interviewing everybody. He's probably be interviewing the referees before it's over.
I think he's down there interviewing some good-looking girls right now.
But he's been known to do that, too.
I see him on the sidelines over there.
Oh,
he had about and along. You know how Ronnie is.
Yes, and he had a nice article written about him in the paper by Mike Demoro about the way everybody put these 3 games together. That was a fantastic. That was the first Thanksgiving I've never done a Fitch game.
Really?
Yeah, and but I was at Waterford. It was a nice game, Waterford East Lyme, 2 evenly matched teams, and I hope Waterford makes it because this is their last go round for all those seniors, their coaches' last go round, and be nice for them to play New London's. Jack Corcoran is the Bloomfield coach, and we'll see what happens. Xavier, you got that score yet? Anybody give you that one yet?
No, don't have it yet. They're in Middletown in the pit at Palmer Field.
They're tough to beat there. You guys didn't lose many. 3rd down, about 4. What a night, huh? Petretti, the quarterback. Double flankers to the left. Petretti's going to be screen pass to McCarthy. That ball's alive.
Oh, Petretti took a huge shot there from Michael Hall when he let that ball go again. You know, there's no way that he could get enough steam on that ball to get it over to McCarthy on that screen.
It was open, but they ended up losing. Now they just could call it incomplete pass. No, they did. They counted back to where it was because I guess that was a live ball. No, you're right. They moved it back to the 40. Incomplete pass. And I'll tell you, McCarthy had a lot of guys around him too, so he wasn't going too far. We got Ryan to punt. Big, tall guy, sophomore. Got to punt. Ronnie A's back. Ryan gets the kick away. Maddox takes it on the 32. Maddox straight up to center, dances, spins. McCarthy had a hand on him. He breaks McCarthy's tackle, gets up to about the 41-yard line. But then McCarthy's all over the field, Phil.
Yeah, he is. He does a great job for Newtown. Did you see what Matt Maddox did? That little hesitation he likes to use. He lets the rush come down and run past him, and then he quickly moves upfield, and he's able to gain positive yardage that way.
I tell you, there's enough movement from the press box up down the stairs. Somebody saw something.
You got it, man. Well, you know what happened? The batteries went dead on the headset, so Coach Campbell's got to go down to call the plays, Mike, on the sideline.
Probably just yell that they'll hear him. 41-yard line. Falcons ahead 15-0. 11:42 to go. Second period. Handoff to.
There was a fumble, Mike. I think there was a fumble, and Newtown is pointing that they have it. Referees have not made a signal yet, but I think DeVoe on the exchange went mad. Newtown has the ball. I thought I saw it. DeVoe on the exchange fumble the ball. Something happened in there. Newtown picked it up, so this is what we're talking about, which can't happen. Even though Fitch has a lead, you can't fumble the football, Murph.
No, turnovers will kill you every time, Ronnie. Everyone knows that about football, and they've turned over the ball in a very, very bad spot.
Mike Napopi with the fumble. He's got a big cast on his hand. I'm surprised he could grab the ball.
Fitch was 40-yard line. Mike gives Newtown good field position.
Look at the cast Napopi's got, Ronnie. He's playing on the left-hand side of the line. The big white thing out there.
It's a big cast.
Petretti throws the ball. It's intended for Zavino. Incomplete. And right coming up was Lucky McCraw. 2nd down and 10 from the 40.
You know, Petretti's taken so much punishment back there so far, Mike, that I believe he's letting that ball go as soon as he can. As soon as he sees a little opening, he just lets it go.
Boy, he ain't stupid.
I mean, if they saw the Stonington film, I don't think Petretti wants to hold it because they're beating Michael Mello.
Oh, gosh. Poor Mike Mello. Every quarterback that came up against Fitch.
The beating B.K. McNaught took last week was pretty tough, too.
Yes, it was. No, I won't say it. 2nd down and 10 from the 40. Petretti pitches back to Hayden. Hayden's going to throw the ball. Hayden throws it to McCarthy. McCarthy's going to be tackled by Maddox on about the 31-yard line. And I'll tell you what, Nighthawks are going in their bag of tricks.
Yeah, they are. That was a textbook tackle by Matt Maddox, though, kept him from getting the 1st down. Let's see what they do right now.
Going to be 3rd and I believe 1, but I could tell he wanted to throw that ball as soon as the pitch got back. He couldn't get the grip, or he had a Fitch defender in front of him. Took a couple more steps towards the line of scrimmage and threw the ball, and it's about 3rd and 1, but they are, Mike, on the 31 of Fitch. They're in 4-down territory. They got 2 to get 1.
Perfect place for play-action pass right now.
Petretti is the quarterback. Warbeck is in motion. Handoff to Hayden. Hayden's going to have the first.
Ball's loose. This guy.
Falcons have it. Hayden went right up there. They just took it right away from him.
Excellent job by the Fitch defense. Dan Carey just went in there.
And Milton had the ball.
Man
and
alive.
stripped him of the ball, and Milton picked it up.
I'll tell you what, there's a bunch of guys on that team I'd go to war with, but you got to include in that play at all times Brandon Cook, Tamar Shelton, Dan Carey, Eric Herman, Eric Wilson, Pat Hansons, Andrew Bergen. We hear about the Halls, we hear about the Maddoxes, we hear about the Dante Rosses, we hear about the DeVos. You don't hear much about them guys, but Mike, you'll take them to war anytime.
You'll hear enough about them next year, believe me. Hayden's body had the first down, the ball didn't, because he forgot it. That was like that play to Cleveland Browns. Ernest Bynum went in the end zone, forgot the ball against Denver. Left it right under 2. First down on the 31-yard line. Falcons ahead 15-0, 11-10 to go, first half. Pitch back to Michael Hall. Michael Hall just pushes through the pile. Michael Hall breaks up to the 49-yard line of Newtown, and that was a step away, and it was a nice tackle. Somebody reached out, and I think it was number 21, and we'll pick him up for them, who was Johnny Werbeck.
23-yard gain by Michael Hall. Murph, he was going all the way. Somebody just got their hand on his shoe top.
Yeah, that's what we used to call a diver day, and someone just dove down and grabbed his shoestring and tripped him right up.
First down, Falcons. 49-yard line of Newtown. Falcons ahead 15-0. Looks like they're going to start marching again. Double wing T. Pitch back to Dante Ross to the left. Donnie spins. Donnie turns. Donnie's down to about the 44. Gets 5. He looks like he gets nothing, and it's 5 or 6 yards.
But he's got that kind of quickness, Mike, that he'll get in a bunch and then just spin off some kind of way and pick up that yardage. That's what speed will do for you.
Tamar Shelton and Maddox check in. Usually when Maddox checks in, he gets the ball, so we'll see what happens. Fitch leading Mike 15-0. 10 minutes left to play first half.
This ought to be a unique thing. We got Maddox, got Dante Ross, George Hall in the backfield. Both Hall brothers over 100 points for the season, unheard of before. 2nd and 5 from the 44-yard line. Hand off to George Hall, and boy, was George Hall hit. Let me tell you something. Somebody come up and met George Hall, and that was R.C. Coyle. Wow.
Yeah, that's the second big hit that Coyle's had tonight. He's been all over the place, as well as McCarthy for the Newtown team. And George Hall took the kind of hit that he usually delivers.
Man, that was a textbook hit right there. An excellent hit by the Newtown defender. Fitch has the ball right now, guys. 3rd and 4. Ball on the 43-yard line of Newtown. Fitch leads 15-0. 9:33 left to play first half.
R.C. Coyle's toughest 161-pound guy I've ever seen when he nailed George Hall there. Michael Hall with it, and he's tripped up. He gets down to about the 40, going to be 4th down and 1.
And he tripped over his own brother's block. His brother, George Hall, just obliterated the Newtown defensive line.
And that was a heck of a run, but George Hall right now holding his ankle, the injured ankle that's been bothering him for a long time, and he's laying down. He's holding the ankle, and they're with him. Not a good sign, so we got an injury. We'll take a break. You're listening to The Ticket, 980 WSUB, ESPN Radio. On the 40-yard line, Newtown there, head 15-0. Pitch back to Maddox. Maddox gets in there. He's going to put his head down. The ball's on the ground, so we'll see. No, he got the first down.
Maddox got the first down.
Yep, he was diving for a little bit extra, but it looked like Hall walked off fine. Murph, I think he's okay.
Well, he walked off fine, but as soon as he got to the sideline and behind his teammates, he started limping. And it is hard to say right now exactly what the problem is.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll go down, I'll get a report, and I'll let you guys know what's going on.
Kenny Wood's talking to him right now. 37-yard line. Falcons have the ball. They're on the Newtown 37-yard line.
When they got the 15-0 lead, Mike, a score here would be nice for the Falcons.
There's that double inside handoff to Maddox. He spins. He gets to the 34. And what they're doing, and that was number 65, Andrew Dutton, 239. He's just diving at these guys now, try to take them off their feet.
It looks to me Newtown staying home pretty well, Murph, on defense. On that play like that, a lot of teams react to that. Newtown didn't bite.
No, they didn't. They're very disciplined in staying home. That's how they prevented the long run by Fitch tonight.
And they saw that play before. You know they're ready for that one.
Yeah, that counter is a bread and butter play for Fitch, and these guys have scouted it well.
Maddox gets 3. Second down, 7 from the 34-yard line. Fox ahead, 15-0. DeVoe with the high count. Ross is in motion. Hand off to George Hall. George Hall is inside the 30-yard line, down about the 28-yard line.
Now Ryan Milton going crazy on the field. He's blocking people. Falcons line, moving people around. First and down for the Falcons. They lead. They got the ball. They look good, Murph.
Did you see the hit that George Hall laid on Greg Burkhart when he tried to tackle him?
Yep.
He just blasted him back about 3 yards.
Got my buddy Saxophone Santa up here with us tonight. Going to do the water game.
I know all about Saxophone Santa.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
I know where his next gig is. Saxophone Santa for about a month of December.
His gig's on.
28-yard line, first down. Falcons on the 28-yard line, Newtown. 7:10 to go, first half. Maddox goes in motion. Maddox is to the left. Maddox is to the 25. Maddox is to the 20. Maddox is inside the 15-yard line, down to about the 12-yard line, Phil.
And that was McCarthy once again that made that tackle. He got an angle, kept his speed up, and managed to make that play. And Dante Ross, for all his speed, couldn't catch McCarthy to block him.
Nice.
But McCarthy can make all the tackles he wants after Fitch makes 15 yards on a play, Murph.
You're right there, Roddy.
But McCarthy, 6'4", 213, good player, good size, good player.
He's a catcher, Mike. You know I like him.
Yes, he does, and he's been catching the Falcons. Not as close to the line of scrimmage as he's like, from the 13-yard line, first down. See what the Falcons do. Let's look here. Ronnie wants me to look at this. Hand off to George Hall. George Hall's going to go in the end zone. He just carries people in the end zone. George Hall had Hayden, just carried him in. George Hall's second touchdown of the night.
Yeah, George Hall just blasted his way in there. Although the initial hole there was open, wide enough to drive a car through, once George Hall encountered a little turbulence, he just blew it away.
Look at a crowd for Newtown over here, Ronnie.
Big crowd came a long way, Mike, and I talked to them earlier today. They said they were coming down, but they're going to have a long ride back right now. 21 Falcons, 0 for Newtown. DeVoe going to kick the extra point to make it 22, or attempt to, Mike, but he's been pretty good all year long with his kick.
Got 41 of them. Missed first 3 games. DeVoe gets it up. It's got the height. He's no good. So the score, Ronnie, 21 for the Falcons, 0 for Newtown.
We'll take a break. You listen to The Ticket, 980 WSUB, ESPN Radio. Just a 30, Kenny. Thanks. How's everything going? Any scores? Go ahead, Mike. Okay, hold it. Mike Devine, here we go.
DeVoe with the kick, high kick. Really got Savino takes it on the 9. Savino coming to the left side, following Hayden. Savino reverses his field, and there's Norris. Norris bounces off in the hitman Capone. He bounces off everybody, and finally, Walworth got him. I'll tell you what.
Brought down around there. Nighthawk 20.
And Savino, who hadn't caught a pass, was racked up, if you can get Ronnie A. Because Norris hit him, the hit man hit him, Capone, and all of a sudden Tyler Walworth wrapped him up. But I'll tell you, Savino stayed on his feet longer than I've ever seen a guy against Fitch.
Well, that was good special team discipline by Fitch. They maintained their lanes and were able to shut him down after he squirreled away a couple of times.
All right, first down on the 23, 21-0 Falcons. Warbeck in motion. Petretti's a quarterback. Hand off to Hayden. Hayden's going to get maybe up to the 14, 15-yard line. Second down and 8.
But right now in there, in place of Michael Hall is 44.
Taylor, I
Latham.
Rob Taylor.
Rob Taylor, I'm sorry.
Played great linebacker all year long.
You see the one with the Ricky Martin do? Because I see the guys in the helmets so few. He got that blonde hair. I think that's Taylor. Harris or Taylor, whatever. Second and 8 from the 15. 21-0 Falcons. Number 1 in the state, Falcons. Petretti rolls to his right, being chased. Petretti puts it out. It's going to be caught. It's going to be caught by Warbeck, number 5. It's going to be only a 3-yard. Well, let's see. They're going to give him close to the first down. He got about 8. We'll see if he gets the first down.
Once again, that's what they have to do, Mike. They've got to use that short pass in place of a running game because there's no way they're going to penetrate that Fitch defensive line.
Didn't get the first down. It's going to be third, maybe half-yard, Phil. Looks like, well, no, they're measuring. First down.
First down.
That could be one of the second first down for the Nighthawks. They had one going in the first period where McCarthy caught the ball, and the second one right here on a nice play from Petretti to Warbeck.
But once again, the Newtown coaches felt that they were in good shape if they could stay within 1 to 2 touchdowns of Fitch in the first half. So this may be right where Newtown makes their move.
Yeah, they better make them move fast. Look at the cast the left tackle has on us. Petretti's going to throw it out in the flat to Savino. Savino going to be chased by Norris. Norris holding on for dear life, and Norris brings him down on the 44 for another first down.
Savino is shifty, isn't he?
Yes,
First
he is.
man has not been able to tackle him. He made a nice move out there in the corner and ended up picking up another first down on that. He was caught dead to rights.
And Norris just held on for dear life, as you said. Stamatine comes in. The guy who ran for second half for 100 yards comes in number 39 to play one of the linebacker spots. I think he's going to match his speed with Savino's. First down, 2 first downs in a row for the Nighthawks of Newtown. They're trailing 21-0. They're in the I formation. Just Tobin. Tobin's going to go, and he's going to get nowhere. And Cook just laid right over him, but they have been hit in the backfield by, looks like George Hall, too.
And once again, as I said, it's holding. There's a holding penalty against Newtown, looks like. No? I don't know what the ref was signaling out there. But in any case, once again, they used that pass play to set up the run. That's why they went back to it on that play. And it was almost successful if it wasn't for Fitch.
These guys have rushed for over 2,000 yards as a team. And they're getting nowhere fast. Second down, about 11 from the 43-yard line. Petrucci throws it. It's just being knocked down because he had tremendous pressure on him. Tremendous pressure. Number 12 puts his hands up there. Shelton is awful long night to throw over him.
And he's trying that 2-step backdrop that seemed to be effective, kind of takes Fitch pass rush out. But what Fitch is doing with that 2-step backdrop, they're just raising their hands and stopping them to throwing in the lanes, Murph.
That's what you have to do. And with the height that Fitch has with Tamar Shelton, Carey, and Cook up there, they ought to be able to knock down a number of those passes.
Because Petretti's not 6 foot by any means. Third down and 11 from the 43 in Newtown. Petretti drops straight back, being pressured, throws the ball over the middle. McCarthy, what a catch, and right there to nail him was Maddox. But McCarthy held on about the 42-yard line of Falcons, first down.
Excellent catch by McCarthy. Nice big hit by Mad Dog Maddox. But Newtown's moving the ball now, Murph. It's their third first down. Fitch 21-0. 4:30 left to play first half.
There have only been 2 teams that have gotten back-to-back first downs on Fitch. One was East Hartford, the other was Stonington, and here we're seeing it again tonight. And this team is better than either one of those teams.
Oh, without a doubt, they have the size, they have some speed. Hand off to Tobin. Tobin's going to, first time he got some running room, he gets down to about the 36-yard line, gets 6 or 7. First time he got a little 5'6", 160, not the biggest guy, but he showed some shiftiness.
Well, you know, once again, you got Fitch looking for the pass now, so that's opening up the running lanes for them.
Well, I think it's going to come now. They've been playing pretty good between the 30s. Let's see what Fitch decides to do here as they're getting down close to the goal line. A second down from the 34 for the Nighthawks, the Fitch 34. Hand off to Tobin. Tobin's going to have the first down. He's going to get down to the 30-yard line. It's going to be first down. 3:45 to go. Falcons ahead, 21-0.
Not to take away anything from any of the other guys that are playing, Stamatine or anyone else out there, but Michael Hall has just as big an impact on defense as he does on offense, and they may be missing him right now.
Fitch takes a timeout. We'll take a timeout. You listen to The Ticket, 980 WSUB ESPN Radio. One for Fitch, 0 for Newtown, but Newtown's moving the ball. They're on the Fitch 30-yard line. Let me tell you to take time. American Billiards, full line of billiard supplies. Brunswick, Malley, Miyuchi, 505 Long Hill Road, 446-1561. Official NFL cue balls now available. Make a great stocking stuffer, Mike McLaughlin.
Yes, they do, and I'll tell you what. Newtown's moved the ball from their own 23-yard line, 27. Now they moved to 47 yards. We'll see what they do. On the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Nighthawks with their first big move towards the end zone in this game. Petretti, the quarterback. He drops straight back. Petretti's going to put the ball out. He was looking for 33, Hayden. And I'll tell you what, Ross was back there, and he was in better shape to catch the ball than Hayden was.
Yeah, he was. The ball was thrown way out of bounds anyway. He did not get much pressure on him. The Fitch front four right now is hesitant because they've been run on and passed on in the same series, and they don't quite know what to do.
And the one linebacker's not in there, too, Michael Hall. So that kind of makes you not want to go all out. You want to stay a little bit home. 2nd and 10 from the 30. Petretti, the quarterback. Fitch going to blitz this time. Petretti hands off to Tobin. Tobin gets by one person, gets to the outside, and a nice move. What a block by Savino. And Tobin gets down inside the 20 where Maddox wraps him up. But what a block by Savino on McCraw.
Excellent block and an excellent give a leg and take away a leg by the running back.
I'll tell you, Tobin can run, Phil.
That was a nice call by the Newtown coaching staff right there. That was some nice misdirection. Fooled Fitch. It looked past at first. But I want to say one thing right now. Mad Dog Maddox is living up to it. He must have had already 8 tackles on this team.
Perfect form tackles at that, too, Ronnie.
First down on the 18. Hayden in motion. Pitch back to Tobin. Tobin's going to run right into Milton. Milton and George Hall. What a sandwich that is. Ryan Milton and George Hall.
Excellent hit by the Fitch defense right there. Ryan Milton, like I said, the unsung hero this year. The comeback player having a great season. Mike Hall on the sidelines. George Hall in on the play. We're going to hope Mike Hall. He's running around on the sidelines right now, and he looks to be all right. But with a 21-0 lead, they don't need him to come back in.
Michael Hall just wants it more than he actually is physically able to play, I think, Ronnie.
Gain of 1. Down to the 17. Petretti drops straight back. Petretti's going to put the ball out, and that's going to be intercepted.
He's going all the way.
Dante Ross
got it on the 9. He's going to go 91 yards for a touchdown. The Inferno burns him again. 27-0 Falcons. Dante Ross, 14th touchdown.
That's thanks to Brandon Cook, Mike. Brandon Cook got in there and tipped that pass, leapt in the air as the ball was being released, right into the hands of the Inferno, and he burned up the sideline.
And you know what's even more amazing? Tremar Shelton, 6'5", 230, ran with Ross step for step. I mean, that ain't a bad.
Little personal escort into the end zone.
Step for step.
But he caught it way in the flats. As Murph said, the pass was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and we knew it was going to happen. If they kept going, that Dante was going to get one. He got one and went all the way up the sideline. There wasn't a Newtown player within 20 yards of him, Murph, as he went up the sidelines.
Well, you know what I always say, Ronnie? 3 things could happen when you pass, and 2 of them are bad.
And I'll tell you what, that means the Fitch special teams and defense has outscored the opposition 172-61 this year. That's without even the offense. 172-61. Fitch defense and special teams have outscored the opposition. Let's see what Will does if he can make it 173. Maddox on the hole this time. Maddox fakes it.
No,
Maddox going to run in for the 2-point conversion. That was a set play.
No, Mike, bad snap. I got to tell you.
Yeah, but Maddox usually never holds.
But what happened?
Dante Ross is tired.
Yeah, Dante Ross was too tired, Mike, but I know it looked like it might have been a play, but there was a bad snap, and it was bobbled, and Maddox did what you're supposed to do. As soon as that happens, take off and start running.
It just goes to show you the tremendous football instincts of the best player in the state of Connecticut, Matt Maddox. He knew that DeVoe wasn't going to be able to get that kickoff, and he took off with it.
Yeah, because he almost tried to put it back down, Mike, just before the kick.
I'm running this
Yeah,
ball.
he said, forget about it. I'll get the two instead of the one.
So now it's 174-61. Fitch defense and special teams have outscored the opposition. It's 29-0 with 2:19. What a backbreaker. They're moving down the field. It's 21-0. Ross goes 91 yards on each reception.
And guys, Newtown just started to move the ball. They moved the ball from the 30-yard line down to the Falcon 20. They got 3 first downs. They showed they could move the ball on the Fitch defense. The turnover comes up, bites them. Now it's 29-0.
That's the kind of thing that demoralizes the team. That's what breaks the back of most teams playing against Fitch. A big defensive play or big special teams play just takes the other team's opportunities away.
Let me tell you something, Phil. We did Bacon twice. Bacon has the same colors as Newtown. They do well to get the same uniforms. I'll tell you what, because Bacon's got those horrible yellow shirts. Okay, but we'll see what happens. 29-0. The Falcons living up to their number one in the state, bouncing around. Somebody's going to just fall on it right there, and that's from the 23-yard line. Looks like Hayden's going to fall on it right there, Phil.
Yeah, that knuckleball is very tough to handle. That's a tremendous asset for Fitch right there, the way DeVoe is kicking that ball off tonight.
Looks like Ross ran right out of his hip pad. His hip pad showing it. That's how fast he's one of the littlest guys out there, but what he hits you, he'll kick, return, he'll intercept the pass, he'll run, he'll catch a pass. He and Maddox, he could be next year's Matt Maddox. Keep your eye on him. This year's Matt Maddox ain't too bad either. First down from the 23-yard line. Hand off to Tobin. Tobin's going to spin, and he's going to just go nowhere. Going to get maybe 2 yards, and they're all over him. There's Tyler Walworth, who's played a magnificent game, and George Hall.
Brandon Cook was back there so quick he almost took the handoff there, Mike.
There's not a bad college team on the bench there. Michael Hall and Dan Kerry.
No. There's 2 starters for some team next year.
Wow. Well, what a team this Fitch has. He gets 2, Tobin. Savino flanked out to the left. 1:41 to go. Fitch 29-0 in the first half. Hand off to, this is not Tobin, this is, let me pick him up. Number 21 for them, who is Johnny Werbeck. Johnny Werbeck gets about 5 up to about the 27-yard line. It's third down, maybe 3.
Yeah, I think they're trying to give Tobin a little rest. He got dinged down here pretty good when he got hit by Ryan Milton and George Hall.
He was doing that sideways walk.
Yeah, he was.
It looks like you met Tyson somewhere, believe me.
No, he met George Hall, which is just as effective, I think.
Hand off to Hayden, and Hayden's going to go nowhere.
John Capone, Brandon Cook, all the boys are there.
And Capone has done the best that I've seen coming on, using his time to play.
Capone has had a very, very fine year. In these last 4 or 5 games, he's really come on, proving himself to be an upcoming starter in his senior season next year.
Looks like 4th down, 38 seconds to go. Newtown's going to go for it on their own 31-yard line. They're trailing 29-0. See what they do. Hayden in motion. Hand off to Warbeck, and he's going to go nowhere. He just got nailed. He lost a yard at best. So with 22 seconds to go, Fitch has got a chance to get in the end zone again.
I'm at a loss as to why Newtown actually went for it. Maybe to prevent a punt return, but certainly 22 seconds left from with 31 yards to go. Is well within Fitch's capability.
Fitch will score a few points. Fitch has scored, what now, 85 touchdowns this year?
Well, they're still 14 short of last year.
They got another game and a half. Give them a chance, will you?
I don't know if they're going to reach that plateau, but I'll say this. The Fitch defense has improved tremendously over the last couple of years.
Let's see what DeVoe does. From the 30-yard line of the Nighthawks. DeVoe's going to look. He's got Cook running straight down the center of the field. He throws it for Cook. Cook's got a touchdown. You named it, Phil. Cook, you could see that happening. Cook just ran by him. If I can see that, how come nobody else can? I don't know anything. 30-yard touchdowns. Cook's third touchdown. How about this? DeVoe was thrown 9 touchdown passes. Guy we never hear about, 9 touchdown passes.
Did a great job. He put some air under that ball, floated it out, right on the money to Brandon Cook. All you can think about, that play was designed just like you read about.
35-0. See what DeVoe's going to do.
Dante Ross on the hold.
Got Dante Ross back in there holding. I guess he's caught his breath from that interception return.
See what he does. Nice high snap, but DeVoe kicks right through the ball. It's good. 36-0 for the Falcons with 14. We'll keep it here to halftime too with 14 seconds. But like you said, I don't know. I would have punted myself, but Cook was just waiting for that ball to come down his arms.
Yeah, I mean, that was a coaching mistake on behalf of Newtown, particularly since they just ran the ball. I guess they were hoping to run the clock out, but it just didn't happen that way. You don't give the ball to Fitch with 22 seconds left and 31
Anywhere on the field. Anywhere on the field.
Yeah, just about, but certainly not down there.
And they only used 8 of the seconds.
36-0.
So there's 14 seconds. You know what I mean?
I mean, Fitch is Fitch. I don't. If you watch them over the course of the year, you know how dangerous a team they are. And I don't know what the Newtown coaches were thinking on that one, but I guess maybe they thought that Mike Emery wouldn't take a timeout.
I'll tell you what, he also probably thinking the same thing Pomerog when they came down here from the same conference, because they went home 61 zippo. This is 36-0. But we'll see what happens. We got another half to play. DeVoe's going to kick off. DeVoe with that squib of that knuckleball. It's going to be taken right on the ground and knees down. And that's Hayden, and he goes right down. So it's on the 21-yard. I'll tell you one thing, these referees are good.
Yeah, they are. These refs have done an excellent job tonight.
I mean, you don't even know they're there. 14-0 Waterford is losing to New Canaan.
Now, if they're smart this time, maybe they'll take a knee, let these 13 seconds run out. Don't take a chance on a fumble. Don't take a chance on an interception.
Well, we'll see. There's 13 to go, as Phil says. 36-0. Bloomfield is playing Seymour, I think.
Bloomfield 19-0, Seymour 0 halftime.
All right. Petretti hands off to Warbeck. Warbeck's going to go in the middle of the line, maybe get a yard. That's going to do at the end of the first half. The score, Ronnie Hayes, you're going to bring us 36 for the Fitch Falcons, 0 for the Newtown Nighthawks. Kevin McMahon should have brought a saxophone to play a little bit for us today, but I know about his gig, and we're going to talk about it at halftime.
You got it. For right now, we'll take a break. You're listening to The Ticket, 980 WSUB, ESPN Radio. Michael Hall is done for the day.
He's not out there for the captain's run.
Okay, and that's just, I mean, even if he was fine, I don't think he'd come back in, Murph, simply because, why?
Yeah, that's not necessary. He is not on the sidelines. He didn't go in for the captain's preliminary coin toss for the second half. Fitch is going to receive as they kicked off in the first half, but he's limping a little bit. He doesn't even have a football cleat on. He's wearing a regular shoe, trying to take some pressure off of it.
Okay, I'm trying to get you some stuff here.
Well, I got a couple more spots I want to read out here, Mike, when I get a hold of it. But in any event, I want to thank the people at New England Glass and Mirror, and they can take care of your residential and commercial glass needs, including replacement windows, storm windows, and doors, shower doors, frame mirrors. All they do, all the window repairs right on the site, rescreen, also do desk and tabletops, glass, shelving. They'll measure, give you free
call
estimates.
them. Read their number.
19 Fort Hill Road in Groton, Mike, 449-0241. That's what's going on. Dwayne's coming up. I'll give Dwayne the mic. He can tell us what's happening with Michael Hall. How's it look, Dwayne?
He's going back in the game. He's ready to play. So he's a little sore, but he's not. He doesn't want anything to happen with his ankle. He's getting back out there. He's ready to go. He's psyched up.
Well, Dwayne, I want to thank you, and I want to thank the Plum Tomato. I'll tell you what, they've changed their name, but they haven't changed the quality of the food down there.
Not
it's
at
absolutely
all.
Wonderful. And by the way, while you're on the mic, before Mike McLaughlin gets to the kickoff, your Pee Wee football team did something real good this week. Tell me about it.
Yeah, we had a 10-0 season, won the Super Bowl against New London. My kids played. We used the Falcon offense. They were incredible. I had a wonderful year.
Well, congratulations to you and to your kids. And for the start of the second half, play-by-play, Mr. Mike McLaughlin.
And we got Ryan going to kick off number 7. He's a tall guy. He must be a basketball player. Back deep are Matt Maddox and Dante Ross. I guess Donnie likes that hip pad flashing out like that because he hasn't fixed it yet. See what Ryan does. 36-0 Falcons, and they just show why they're #1 team in the state of Connecticut. And as Coach DeMayo says, the Fitch Invitational takes place right here. Ryan kicks it. It's going to be dropped. Going to be picked up by Stamatine. Stamatine gets nailed at about the 35-yard line. That's the hottest he's been hit all year because he ran free the last couple of games.
Man, he went right over to get that ball. He didn't mind one bit. Score just come in. Waterford, New Canaan 21, Waterford 0. Not looking too good for our Lancers across the river, Mike.
No, it isn't, and I guess Kevin McMahon will be busy tomorrow. He'll have extended office hours, but I'll tell you what, you can't say enough about that Waterford team. They played well this year.
You can't. In the career, Tommy Pizzello, adding football, just incredible.
Nobody did it any better around here. 61 touchdowns. He's probably closing in on 4,000 yards. What more could you ask for? Fitch on the 35. See what the Falcons do. They're in that double wing tee. DeVoe still the quarterback. Michael Hall, they're going to test him on the first play. Hall gets 5-6. Hall breaks away. Hall's up to the 50. Hall's carrying people. Hall's spinning down to the 39-yard line. So he just racks off 31 yards. Can't be too bad.
And I guess that answers that question, Mike McLaughlin, Phil Murphy. Mike Hall looks good. He wants to play. He's going to go.
I cannot believe it. I cannot believe that this is the same kid that I saw limping behind the sidelines. There's no way that I thought he was going to be in there playing.
That was a great run by Mike Hall. Starting out, Fitch 36, Newtown 0. Second half just underway. I want to thank everybody making this possible, and it looks like Saturday, Mike, we'll be busy.
Oh, without a doubt, we'll be busy. We'll be busy at 7 o'clock down in Southern, I'll tell you that much. And hopefully Waterford will come back. Let's hope they come back making a nice doubleheader. DeVoe drops straight back. DeVoe's going to put it out for Michael Hall. Michael Hall catches it, and I'll tell you what, he's hit by McCarthy. What a tackle by McCarthy, but Hall catches the ball on the 25-yard line.
And if you look at McCarthy right now, he looks a little bit worse for wear after making that hit. Because something tells me hitting Michael Hall is a lot like running into a wall.
Yep, a little poetic justice by Phil there, Hall in the wall, but I'll tell you what, on the 26-yard line, first down. DeVoe threw that, put it right out there nice. Put a nice lead on there. Falcons ahead 36-0. 11 minutes to go, third period. Just started second half. Pitch back to Dante Ross. Dante Ross gets, whoa, boy, he's climbed over. And that's number 65. And on the, there's Andrew Sutton, only a sophomore. He just grabbed a hold of Ross.
Well, George Hall got stood up on that play as he went to make his block. He was laid into pretty good by the defensive player, and that's what enabled that play to get shut down that way.
Okay, second down. They haven't changed it yet, but it is second down. You don't want to give Fitch an extra down. There it is, second. Second down and about 10 on the 26-yard line. Falcons come out. George Hall's got 2 touchdowns. Michael Hall's got 1. Cook's got 1. See what happens. In motion is Maddox. Excuse me, handoff to George Hall. George Hall's going to run in the end zone, and I'll tell you, that it was a 26-yard touchdown. I didn't have a chance on that play because they faked the handoff to George. I thought Maddox had it, but we got a flag on the play.
And while the flag's being marked off, it looks like they're going to bring it back. Penalty against Fitch. I'll tell you about Crown Billiards in the New London Shopping Center. 24 pool tables. Largest pro shop in the area. Family, no smoking area. Signing the juniors up begin January. Open 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Friday and Saturday to 1 a.m. right next to the Burlington Mall.
And Roddy Hay has done them all.
Looks like we got a Falcon out on the field here.
It's not Michael Hall.
33 is Tyler Walworth. Is being administered to by the doctors, so we'll keep it here and we'll tell you about what the good things that are happening all the way around, Murph. But one of the good things is watching Michael Hall run the way he's run, because he grabbed that ankle about an hour ago. I thought we had problems.
So did I. On the last play on that penalty was illegal procedure. Matt Maddox took off a little bit early on that play.
And so did George Hall. How fast was he in the end zone? Wow. Okay.
This is where Fitch is most dangerous. Once they get warmed up and in their rhythm, they almost can't be stopped.
Dwayne Pearson's going to give us a sideline report because he did a great job with that plum tomato food, fellas.
Second and 15 from the 31-yard line. DeVoe has it. DeVoe is creamed, and he's going to throw it as intended for Dante Ross. But I'll tell you, DeVoe was being, McCarthy was in on him. McCarthy's all over the field.
Yeah, McCarthy is all over the place. He's an excellent player. All-state caliber player, Matt McCarthy is for Newtown.
6'4", 213. The coach says Coach Roberts says he's the best player in the whole league.
I wouldn't be in doubt of that, Mike. He's all over the place. Offensively, defensively, he does everything, got great football instincts.
Usually we don't see many guys that could play for Fitch. McCarthy could find a spot somewhere.
Yeah, he could be on the second team.
He'd be a second team, or a special teamer. Handoff inside to George Hall. Excuse me. It's going to be Dante Ross who's going to get down to about the 26-yard line, so it's going to be third down and about 10.
Yeah, that was that counter play, Mike. It was run pretty well. And no, let me not denigrate Matt McCarthy from Newtown. We were just joking on that. He's good enough to play for anybody, believe me.
No, he certainly is. He'd be a great addition to any high school football team in the state of Connecticut. Mike McLaughlin, 4th and 10, Fitch 36, Newtown 0. Third quarter just underway. Fitch looking at a 4th and 10 from their own 26.
Newtown bringing the defense up. DeVoe, quarterback. DeVoe rolls out to the right. DeVoe's going to throw a little screen pass to Ross. Ross is going to get a block. Ross going to cut to the outside. Ross cuts it back inside. Ross going to spin. He's going to be close to the first down. I don't think if he got it, but he's awful close to the first down. I think he got it, Mike. It's going to be close, but it looked like it could have been a face mask on it. But what a job Dante Ross did of face guarding the opposing player as he came. The opposing player as he came up to him, Murph.
Yeah, he did. He was out there in space all alone.
And they say he was short. And Newtown for the first time stops Fitch. And I'll tell you, Andrew Bergen looks exactly like Darth Vader when he has that shield on. I swear. I mean, they could redo the Star Wars movie, and that's what he could be.
Well, that spot, not the best kind of spot. It looked like the people in the Fitch sidelines thought he had the first down. They were clapping their hand. Spot didn't go Fitch's way, but right in front of that tackle was Principal Luciano, the assistant two vice principals there, so you can't mess up in front of them guys, Mike McLaughlin.
And Dwayne, first down for Newtown Nighthawks on the 17, 9:08 to go. They're down 36. Peretti's going to roll. He's being chased. He looks. He throws it for Hayden, and Hayden got blasted by Norris.
Hayden knew that if he had caught that pass, he'd be in traction right now.
The Lucky McCraw just about put him in another time zone.
Had he caught that pass, it would have been lights out.
Then he wouldn't have been lucky, I'll tell you that much. Lucky McCraw and John Norris floating around that place. And Norris, for as little as he is a big hitter, Phil.
Oh, yes, he is.
Only a junior. He'll be back. McCarthy and Hayden flanked out to the left. 2nd and 10 from the 17. Peretti, the quarterback. Peretti looks, going to push the ball right in the middle. Going to be intended for Warback. That's Mark Warback. And there was Norris just looking over him.
And each time, the quarterback from Newtown, Rich Peretti, goes back to pass, he finds himself on the ground. Every single time. He's being hit as he releases the ball on every pass attempt, Mike.
And he then has to run all the way over the sidelines to get to play. And then bring it back. I mean, you know, send someone else over to get to play. 3rd down and 10 from the 17. See what they do. They being the Nighthawks. Double flankers to the right and left. Peretti rolls to his left. Going to put the ball out there, and it's going to be incomplete. And there was Lucky McCraw and Maddox and Norris around, and the attended guy looked like number 5, Mark Warback.
Well, that was an opportunity missed by them because Tamar Shelton either got knocked down or fell down, and he was able to get outside and break the containment, so he had a lane to pass in. He just couldn't get it done.
See what Ryan does. The big tall kid. He's got to be 6'2", 3. Punter.
It looks like Fitch is coming after it, Mike.
Yes, it is.
There's one man deep. They're coming.
They want this one. Michael Hall is on the outside. They're coming after him. And it's blocked. And it's blocked by Cook. And it bounces around, and it's going to be Fitch's ball one way or the other on 26. But Brandon Cook got that one, number 8.
Yes, he did. John Norris recovered. You know, they did not have to touch that ball.
No.
Newtown could not have advanced it. It would not have been a first down for them. And they almost made a mistake by touching it and fumbling it away. Tyler Walworth got close to that ball. He needs to learn to stay away from it in that situation.
When you block the punches, let it fall where it may. Because it's not going to ever get to where it's going to be hindrance to you. All right, from the 25-yard line, Falcons take over. 8:43 to go, 3rd period. They're up 36. Haven't scored yet in this 3rd period. See what they do. Hand off to Michael Hall. Michael Hall's going to get stood up, and I'll tell you what, he's going to get a yard at best. Michael Hall gets about a yard, and there was big number 74 for them, Matt Regan.
Well, once again, they stacked up at the line of scrimmage right at the point of attack where his brother George Bam Bam Hall was attempting to block for him, and they just broke it all right down right there. There was no way he was going to get any yardage out of that.
I think Newtown has made a few adjustments. Going to do well because this is still a Fitch, just longest the Fitch first team ever played, except for the East Hartford game. Second down, 9 on about to 24. Michael Hall in motion. Hand off to Michael Hall. He's going to get to the outside, going to be spun around, and Michael gets to about to 20. Going to be third down and about 5.
I think that ankle is bothering him, Mike. He doesn't have the kind of burst that he had earlier in the game or even over the last couple of weeks. He had a hard time getting around the corner on that. So,
the other one of the Warbecks tackled him on the 20, third and 5. Fitch got to be in 4-down territory. I think Fitch would like to put a 4-0 up there and then get some of these guys out of here because from Tuesday to Saturday is a short period of time.
And you're going to have a couple of players nicked up. I mean, Michael Hall definitely needs a rest.
See what they do. Third and 5 from the 20. Hand off to Maddox. I think Maddox was in motion again. Maddox is going to get into the end zone on a beautiful block by Dante Ross, but I think they're going to call us back. What a block by Dante Ross.
Yeah, but all for naught, Mike. It's illegal procedure again.
Maddox, I think, gets off that just a little bit fast. And it could also be that different referees look at that a little different because he's so close each time. And I guess the local officials get used to him doing that. But here they've been nailing him for it because he's maybe a half a step too much.
Well, you know, it's not like on defense where you can move, with the snap of the ball. On offense, you actually have to wait until the ball is snapped before you can move.
And the Falcons are going to call a timeout. So at the score, 36-0, 7:12 to go in the third period. Falcons have a third down and 10 on about their own 25-yard line. You're listening to The Ticket. All right, we're going to keep it here. Ronnie told me I don't have to break. So we'll talk to Phil. We'll sit down, we'll talk to Phil.
Oh, I'll be glad to talk to you, Mike.
Sure.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know, but I'll tell you what. You got to feel pretty proud of Xavier, first time since 1981 in the playoffs.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I'm very, very happy about that. They managed to come through, have a very good season. Once again, the blight on the season was West Haven, the team that stopped our 34-game winning streak back in 1973. Stopped Xavier undefeated team again this year. Xavier was still fortunate enough to make it in the playoffs, though.
28-0, New Canaan jumped up with another touchdown over Waterford. But I'll tell you what. As you look at it, probably one of the few things you didn't get to do at Xavier was play Middletown. And that must have been a nice time at Wesleyan when they played the game this year.
Yeah, I'm sure it was because that shuts up a lot of people's mouths in town.
Oh, don't it now. Third down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Falcons ahead 36-0 halfway through the third period.
Xavier, Greenwich.
Hand off to George Hall, and George Hall is going to be carried. He's pulling people. He's carried. McCarthy gets a hold of him, but the big guys who got a hold of him were number 74, Matty Reagan, and John Patayan. So it's fourth and 10. And I'll tell you what, Newtown has decided we may be going back on the bus unhappy, but we're going to hit a few people.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, Mike. I mean, this team comes in here with a big season. They're
9-1.
They're 9-1, so they have a lot of pride, and they're a good team. They're going to refuse to be just run over.
Yeah, I guess so. Fourth and 10. See what the Falcons can do. Michael Hall, George Hall, Matt Maddox in the backfield along with Will DeVoe.
They're going to come with Michael Hall to the right. No, they're not.
DeVoe's going to look. He's going to look for Cook again. He puts the ball out. It's too high for Cook. Cook got bounced around pretty good in there by McCarthy because McCarthy went down the field with him. Bounced him around pretty good.
Let's go down to Dwayne right now.
Hey, Ronnie, it appears the starting center for the Falcons, Williams, is going to be out for the rest of the game with a damaged shoulder. He wanted to get back in, but the doctor said it would be his best bet not to, that he should let it rest so that he can get back for the championship game on Saturday. And a word of note for that last penalty when Emery called a timeout. They were saying the Falcons are breaking the plane when they're going into motion. You know how close this offense runs to the line of scrimmage. So they're giving them a hard time.
Thank you, Dwayne.
Breaking the plane. First down from the 25-yard line for the Newtown Nighthawks, trailing 36-0. Pitch back to Werbeck. Werbeck's going to get outside, but he's just going to be nailed. There's George Hall. There's Michael Hall. He's strutting now. He nailed Werbeck on that play.
Well, that's a big loss there, too, Mike. That's at least a 5 or 6 yard loss deep in the backfield.
I mean, I don't know why the Nighthawks aren't running to McCarthy's side, maybe throw him a few passes. He's their athlete. They have to have minus yards running. I mean, I can't imagine they've got very many yards at all.
Well, they had a pretty good run there at the end of the first half, though.
Let's see what happens. Hayden in motion. Petretti throws it, and he's going to throw it for Werbeck. That could be alive, that ball. It was going to be an incomplete pass. A lot of people now throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage, almost backwards. You got to really stay with it if you're the offensive guy if you don't catch it.
Well, not only that, when they do that, that means that they have something else going on downfield usually. And that's an old trick that Bill McNaught would use at Ledyard, and they've tried to use against Fitch a couple of times this year.
Yeah, the double pass. We saw Waterford use it against Bacon, where Flanagan was behind line of scrimmage, caught the ball and threw it. 3rd and 15, about the 20. Petretti's still the quarterback. He's taking a beating, I'll tell you that much. Petretti stands right up, throws it to Savino. Savino bounces around. Kerry chases him down. And he's knocked out of bounds after about 2-yard gain. So it's going to be 4th down and 8. I'll tell you, Kerry showed good speed getting over there.
Sure did. I was just going to comment on that, Mike. He flowed out there very nicely. He and John Norris put a big hit on Savino.
And Savino, we've seen, done some real good dancing and stepping, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, yeah, he's a wiggler. You get a worm like that, you got to step on him.
36, Fitch, 0, Newtown, 5:30 left to play, 3rd quarter, and Newtown's putting the ball back to the Falcons. Who's going to get the ball? Mike McLaughlin, good field position.
They blocked one against Ryan, the last one. 2 men deep, Maddox and Dante Ross. Ryan gets a bad snap, don't know what to do. It's going to be chased by Michael Hall. Throws it out, it's going to be dropped to Hayden. And I think Ryan just wanted to get rid of that ball.
Michael Hall made that play happen. It was supposed to be a return. Michael Hall blew in there on the punter so quick, he had to pull it down and try to throw a pass to get the 1st down. Great play by Michael Hall, on a bad ankle no less.
Let me tell you something. What amazes me is Fitch blocked the last one, had it on the 25-yard line, didn't get any points. They're back on the 20-yard line. So we'll 21-yard line, I'm sorry.
Well, I'll tell you what, I bet you the last slice of pizza that they score this time.
You can have it, because that's the sure bet. Okay? I'll hand it to you right now. That might even be on this play.
Well, I'll wait. We'll see.
Okay?
Hey, Murph, if you won that last piece, ain't no one going to argue with you about it anyway.
That was true, but at least he made a bet. He was a gentleman about it. Hand off to George Hall. George Hall pounding through, gets down to about the 17. Going to be 2nd down about 5. Fitch going to let George Hall run the ball a few times this year. And on the tackle is number 11, Pete Engel.
It was Dante Ross and Tyler Walworth in the game. Tamara Shelton, Matt Maddox come out. So they're coming with a different set here.
They're always coming from all over the field, and I don't know how you can break the plane in football. I know in basketball, I don't know. I'll tell you what, these guys are very good referees, okay? I mean, there must be nobody in motion in their league, though.
Well, they're the best referees in the state. They get them for tournament play, Mike, and you never know. They're good officials. They do a great job.
They just look at things different. Michael Hall, hand off inside to George again. George is pounding people. George is pulling. George gets his 3rd touchdown of the game. George Hall.
The baby bull just running over everybody en route. And I'll tell you something, that kid's going to be the best fullback in the state of Connecticut next year. Mark my word.
I think he already is.
Yeah, if it's now up 42-0.
And if Michael Hall didn't have enough problems, his brother now has 17 touchdowns. He's got 16.
George Hall is just, we've got so many nicknames for him. Baby Bull, Bam Bam. I'm going to start calling him the Pinball Wizard because that's the style he runs. He just runs into people, bounces off of them, they bounce off of him, ends up in the end zone.
And Will DeVoe makes the extra point, make it 40. We might call him TD Hall.
Yeah, that's true, too.
I need some new glass sometime. All right, there's the kickoff's going to be taken by Savino, the Wigglers. Savino spins, and he's going to break a tackle, going to break another one. All of a sudden, boy, they're going to bring him down on about the 23-yard line.
You know, Mike, so much has been made out of the Fitch offense. You got to look at the opportunities the Fitch defense and their special teams bring to them. You know, as you said, how many points has the defense scored this year?
Defense and special teams got 174 points with an extra point.
Awesome. Just awesome.
I mean, the whole opposition's only got 61 against them. So let's see. They must have, I don't know, 6 more touchdowns, 87 right now. See what happens. Peretti, the quarterback. He's looking back. Going to try to put it out here. Caught by Mark Warback is going to be up to about the 34-yard line. Is going to be close to the first down, and he's knocked out of bounds by Dante Ross.
And that's a nice play by the quarterback Peretti right there. George Hall in his face the entire time, backpedaling as he threw the ball right on the money. Nice gain on the play right there, about a 9-yard gain. But let me tell you something. Take nothing away from Newtown. Every game Fitch comes in, Fitch has been just destroying teams all year long. They're doing the same thing to Newtown, but this Newtown's a good football team. And right now the referee is going to take a timeout to measure. So what I'll do is take a timeout and remind everybody about Groton Utilities. And they've been in the hometown since 1904, meeting all your comfort needs. Whether it's electric power or quality water, Groton Utilities is ready to serve you. Manitowoc Spring Water, now a part of Groton Utilities family of services. For quality spring water, think and drink Manitowoc. Groton Utilities team is rooting for the hometown team, the high-flying Fitch football Falcons. And from one winning team to another, just do it.
Did you write that ad?
I can do anything.
The question I have is when we did the Waterford game, okay, we had Sprint PCS sponsor when the Chain Gang come in.
Yeah.
Come on, Ronnie, you got to get
You got it, man. We'll get it. Here comes Newtown, Mike, and they did get a first down on that play. It was very close, and it was a nice play by the quarterback. So Newtown's going to take over. They trail 43-0, 4:20 left to play in the third quarter, and they have the ball on the Fitch 33-yard line.
All right, Peretti still the quarterback. He's going to roll to his left, being pressured by Taylor, being pressured by Sheldon. Sheldon grabs him, brings him down.
Great job.
Nice job by Tamar Shelton. Tamar Shelton has played an incredible game on defense all game long. He came out, set the tone. He's blocking passes. He's sacking quarterback. First series, Tamar Shelton settled in and sacked the quarterback on a big play. And I got to tell you something. Tamar Shelton's right up there as far as the defensive star of this game goes.
Yes, he is, but it's amazing how the first part of the season he doesn't really get to it. He comes on better as the season goes. They got 2 yards, he being Peretti. Peretti drops straight back. Peretti's going to look over the middle. Going to be attended by Warback, and Warback is going to get nailed.
Mad dog, Maddox, I'll tell you. I talked to some guys before the game. I said, you won't find a bigger hitter anywhere than Matt Maddox, and he just proved right there why he is one of the most valuable players on this Fitch team.
Well, that's what I've been waiting for all game. Actually, I've been waiting for a hit like that to be delivered to McCarthy to prevent him from wanting to catch any more balls today.
He might have just done it right there, Murph, because he got hit big time. Mike McLaughlin, 3rd and 11 for Newtown.
And we haven't seen Tobin this half. He got dinged early in the second period, hasn't been back. Okay. Peruti's going to look under great pressure, intended for McCarthy. I'll tell you, Maddox didn't hit him, but he almost took the ball from him.
Oh, yeah, Matt Maddox anticipated that pass and was right there. Matt Maddox has been a defensive star in this game as well. I mean, there's so many of them for Fitch. What can you really say?
Yeah. Brandon Cook and Maddox and Carey's played a great game. George Hall, they're all doing it. They're doing it tonight like they've been doing it all year long. No change, fellas. 43, Fitch 0 for Newtown, and Fitch is going to think about subbing real soon. 3:30 left to play, third quarter, Newtown kicking.
Ryan going to kick, a lot of pressure. Cook almost got that one. Dante Ross takes under 46. Going to try to get to the sideline, cuts in his side, runs over someone, gets down to the 40-yard line. Little Donnie just put his head down.
Well, Dante Ross just put his head down and leveled Matt McCarthy and picked up 7 more yards.
Well, he's been doing that a lot more. Instead of running around him, he wants to hit people. Just run him over.
Well, I think he's been taking Hall lessons.
Yeah.
he might be one of the honorary Hall brothers now.
He could be. He's probably your cousin.
Speed is power, though.
I'll tell you, he certainly has the motion, the speed. That time, the nice punt return down to the 40-yard line. Like Ronnie says, I think if Fitch gets in this time, they'll take all the play, and they'll rest up for Saturday.
I think you're right, Mike. Don't want to have any injuries. Fitch gets the ball. Again, as all game long, has excellent field position.
Norris is the quarterback. They already substituted. Norris is the quarterback. Okay. Pitch back to Ray McCraw. May recall gets about 4. And that was Warback, one of the Warbacks who tackled him, but McCraw got about 4 yards. I think the first team line is in, but the second team backfield.
Yeah, they've got Stamatine in there, John Norris, Lucky McCraw, Will View. They're all in there right now, trying to pick up their yards. Here comes Tyler Walworth.
How about McCraw? Second string back has 7 TDs.
Yeah, not bad at all. And watch out for Stamati and the White Lightning. I'll tell you something. He can fly, and he's going to be a force to reckon with for the next 2 years as they come back in the years to come.
Slim in the center, and Capone is, you can see breath coming out of him. He's snorting so bad to get in the game 75. Okay, second down about 6. Double inside handoff and bounces off, and I'll tell you, that looks like real Will View.
Stamati.
For that play,
Will View.
Newtown has that counter play very well scouted. If there's any play they want to stop, it's obvious that it's that one.
They've stopped that better than any team has stopped it. It hasn't gone at all, but that's okay, because if they're going to stop that, then there's certain things they're not going to stop, and that's what's happened tonight.
Exactly, and you can't stop the type of effort that's put forth by the Hall brothers and Matt Maddox. And
don't forget DeVoe either. Running the show, we don't say much about DeVoe as time goes on.
Touchdown pass, 9.
But boy, oh boy, he just comes out and does his job day in and day out.
I'll tell you, that's the hottest View's been hit all year. Probably saying, wait a minute. Handoff inside to Stamatine. Stamatine's going to fight. He's going to get down to about the 34. Going to be 4th down to about 3.
He needs a little bit of open area to show his speed, because I'll tell you what, as he showed last week, guys, he can fly.
Yes, he can. He exhibited himself very, very well in the opportunities that he's had.
Yes, and he's only played. He played like in the first game of the year against St. Bernard's, and he had that great game against Killingly. And there's a threesome right there. Dante Ross, George Hall, and Matt Maddox on the sidelines over here talking.
4th and 5 for the Falcons, Mike. Minute 25, third quarter. Fitch 43, Newtown 0.
See what Norris does. He's the quarterback. Views in motion, they fake. Norris to
wide open is Cook.
Going to put it out there. Cook gets bounced around by McCarthy, and he knocks it away. McCarthy separated Cook from the ball.
What a job McCarthy did getting back, because Cook was wide open for a second there. This McCarthy's a great football player.
Well, that time, Norris didn't zip the ball to him. He put a little air under it, gave McCarthy a chance to recover. And, that was a very close play, guys. I mean, McCarthy made that hit instantaneously with the ball arriving.
Yeah. Matt McCarthy's a very good defensive player, and the backbone of this Newtown team, and you can see that he certainly is.
Newtown takes over on the 35. Most of this quarter's been playing is only in minute 11 between the 25 and 35 of Newtown, except for George Hall, who got in the end zone. Let's see what happens. Hayden in motion. Handoff to Warbeck. Warbeck spins, turns, and Maddox just flips him up in the air. And Warbeck gets 7, and Maddox is right here to upend him.
And Brandon Cook came flying in to finish off that tackle and leveled Maddox when he did it. I'll tell you, a nice hit by Brandon, but Matt Maddox was involved in that play. Maddox bending over right now, and his own teammate did it to him. I guess those are a little easier to take, Murph, when your own teammate does it to you.
I don't know about that. Because your own teammates you don't see.
2nd and 4, it's a 6-yard gain up to the 41. Handoff to Warbeck. He's going to be nowhere, just submarined it there. What a play by the headman Capone. He was ready to go in, and he just went in there. He's 250. People don't realize he's back next year.
John Capone is just playing excellent football.
If he goes on some big-time weight training, okay, Capone, he could be a tremendous force, because he sure has enough aggression.
Stamati in there on defense right now, along with Taylor, 2 backups. Rob Taylor done a great job all year long.
3rd down, about 5 from the 40. Hayden in motion. And I think we have the end of the 3rd quarter, Ronnie A.
We do.
With the end of the 3rd quarter scores Fitch Falcons 43. Newtown Nighthawks flying a little lower, 0.
And we'll take a break. You're listening to The Ticket, 980 WSUV, ESPN Radio. 3-0. Time going on. Fourth quarter just starting, Mike. Just another day at the office here.
Oh, without a doubt, Ronnie. I didn't know who I was listening to for a minute. But yes, it is 43-0. Fitch can rank up another 50. I think they'll get a touchdown in here, and I'll tell you what, it's been an immense thing for this Fitch football team. When you play in the state semifinals and put 50 up, that's something.
You got that right. I want to thank Kenny Fields, doing a great job back at the studio, as he does. Okay, thank you very much.
God bless Kenny Fields.
Yes.
5 seconds. And we're back, 43-0, Fitch in the lead. Fourth quarter just underway. Newtown with the ball, Mike, on their own 40-yard line. And the referee's allowing the fourth quarter just to start right now.
Third down, 5 for the Nighthawks, trailing by 43. See what they do in the fourth quarter. Hayden in motion. Hand off to Warbeck. He's going to spin through, and he's just grabbed down by Taylor. Taylor just threw him down.
He's hitting the backfield by Tamar Shelton, who slowed him down.
But Tamar Shelton slowed him down, and the play was whistled over, and somebody came over and clobbered Tamar Shelton. Really should have been a flag on that play.
Yeah, that was a cheap shot. It was number 76.
Exactly. It was a cheap shot is what it was.
From the Newtown team.
Probably was Dwayne Pearson.
That's not the kind of thing we like to see.
No, it isn't. Ryan's going to try to punt again. His last two punts, one was blocked, one he dropped. He had to pass, so let's see what he does.
You got Matt Maddox and the Inferno Dante Ross back.
And Ryan gets a nice kick away, going to be taken by Maddox on about to 25. Spins back. What a block by Ross. Maddox changes field. Nice block by Sheldon. Maddox is up by midfield, still on his feet. Still on his feet, going, carrying people down to the 40-yard line. What a run by Maddox.
Best football player in the state of Connecticut, right there.
Two big rocks sprung him. First, Dante Ross, and then Tamar Shelton came out of nowhere. But then all of a sudden, he was wrapped up at about the 45-yard line, and he carried 4 Newtown players 15 yards, just keeping those feet running.
There's really nothing you can say. When you see things like that, and we have seen him do this time after time after time, every game, all year long.
He got back to the 42-yard. How good's Capone now? The Hall brothers let him hang around with him. So you know he's on his way, Capone.
He's in pretty good company right now.
He's on his way now.
He's in high cotton.
They let him say, look, you're all right, Capone, you can do this. Because you can block for us, Capone. And Maddox really has just played an all-around great game. I don't think he's got a touchdown now. He's got a 2-point conversion. He's run back punts. He's tackled people. He's run the ball. He's blocked. He's done everything Maddox does.
Yeah, he's just Maddox. What can you say?
Will View running to the left. Will View bounces it outside. Will View hits somebody straight up, gets the ball. 7 yards. Will View starts to show he's a little tougher than you think.
Well, you know, Will View does a great job of following his blockers. He runs off a block as well as anybody that they have.
Well, they got good guys blocking because the first-time line is still in there. I mean, you got Andrew Berrigan, you got Shelton, you got Cook, you got Kerry, you know, and you got Slim Jim.
Well, see, the line, you know, you let those guys play because once they start rolling, you know, they just keep rolling.
It's all downhill, believe me, for that team. Dorr, the quarterback to lefty. High signal. Hands off to Lucky McCraw. Ray gets around a corner. He's at the 30. Ray's inside the 20. Ray's just piling people following Brandon Cook.
Did you see Brandon Cook block 2 men out there? That's what I mean about this team. This is a team. These guys go all out for each other. We're not in this for personal glory.
Brandon Cook's father, Willie, who was a very gifted running back at NFA, probably wishes he had a son blocking for him. He probably had a few more yards. I mean,
and defensively, Brandon Cook has been immense tonight.
You know what's the best thing about Brandon Cook is his quickness on defense. The way he's off the ball.
Yeah, he's off the ball like a rocket, gets into the backfield very, very quickly.
A lot of guys are 250, but he's really quick off the ball. First down on the 22-yard line. He's about as quick as Dwayne Pearson going after some of his friends. Hand off to Will View. Will View bounces to the outside. Will View cuts to the side. He gets 6 out of that.
Yeah, did you see the block by White Shoes Norris on that play? He went outside. White Shoes knocked his man outside. Will View cut back in. Very, very instinctive runner in the way he follows his blockers.
I think
I'm very impressed by Will View.
White Shoes knows he ain't going to make it as a passer, so he's going to be blocking for the runners.
Will View's been doing that for a lot of years.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, since he was a young kid. He's got that natural ability He always has. Very tough kid.
He's going to get the best view, or sea view, pretty soon, as good as he's playing. Second and 3 on the 15. Second team backfield, first team offensive line. Norris gives it to Stammerton. Stammerton picking his way through. He's got down to the 9. And boy, is he fast off the ball.
When you look at every time a Fitch running back gets the ball, when he goes downfield, there's always a blocker in front of him. There's never a blocker knocked down and he's left by himself. These guys sacrifice themselves so their teammates can get yardage.
Ronnie Ace holding court down there with Mike Tomorrow and Billy Toscano and everybody else.
Trying to get another article written about him?
Could be.
Yeah.
Ronnie Ace going to do one of these games that he claims, though. I don't know. From the 8-yard line. Second down first down, I'm sorry. Hand off to Will View, going to break it to the outside. Will View with that speed's in the end zone. Touchdown. That's View's 4th touchdown of the year. He's only a sophomore. 4-9.
And sprung by a great block by Lucky McCraw.
Lucky McCraw, good runner, too. He's got 7 touchdowns. I mean, the backups have as many as some of the other people's players do.
Well, could you imagine what one running back would do in this offense? What kind of yards they would gain?
They don't have enough numbers. The only guy who could come close is Tim Washington of Bristol Central, who rushed for 3,000. They play the shotgun. He's the quarterback. He runs the ball every play. Okay? You give Maddox, Hall, either one of the Halls, or Donnie Ross the ball every play, you wouldn't even be able to count the figures. DeVoe gets to kick up. That's good. That gives him 50. So let me tell you, I think they've got 7 touchdowns, so now they got 88 touchdowns.
Okay.
It's not a bad season.
Not bad.
11 games, 88 touchdowns. That's 8 touchdowns a game. That's 2 a quarter. 8:37. Who we got? This is Landeck kicking off. Little Capolo when you're 11, you can't even see him. He's running all the other guys.
Well, on this coverage team, we've got a lot of new guys.
Let's see what Landeck does. Landeck, not a bad kick. Going to be taken by Warbeck. No, 27, excuse me. And that's going to be...
Kyle Nowak.
Yes, it is. Kyle Nowak, sophomore. I think we're going to see a lot of people for a whole lot of people right now.
Cutter Oliver on that tackle, as well as number 23, Matt Menard.
And we
also going downfield, and then we had Phil Bigelow, 88, Russell Cadell.
Kyle Burkett is in there, 68. He played some too. Let's see what the Newtown's going to do. They have their first team is still in there.
A lot of clean jerseys on the field right now for the Falcons.
Yeah, we got Slim Jim in there. We got Charlie Brown. We got Stammertine.
So much for that. But,
hey, Mike, you know what they say? You slow, you blow.
That's right. You know what I mean? But we had some fun out there. I wonder what the Fitch coaches are on the field today. I wonder if there's any, kind of different if Kenny Wood just went out there.
Their phones went down. No, the batteries went dead. That's why they've been on the field the whole game.
They didn't call for PCS for the mocking system.
Somebody turned off the circuit breaker, so the batteries all went dead.
Handoff to number 32. He's a new guy. He's got a lot of room to run. Number 32 for them as a new player is Sanders. Capolo knocks him out of bounds, but Sanders just ran about 25 yards.
Well, in typical wrestler fashion, Chris Capolo just latched onto him and wouldn't let him go. Just rode him out of bounds, picked up 2 points.
Yes, he did.
For ride time.
That was from the 41 down to the 38. Nice 21-yard run. See who we got the quarterback in there is...
That's Peretti still in there.
Yeah, Peretti still a QB. Hands off to Sanders again. Why not run the other side? But all of a sudden he's going to be hit. And I'll tell you, there's a mess of the Falcons come up to meet him that time. And we have 51. Let's see who we got here from the Falcons. We don't have a 51, so he made a great play, whoever he might be.
86, Nick Matson was in on that.
Yeah, you like Nick Matson. He must have played for you. Charlie Brown.
61, Jeremy Slim Jim on that play.
Yeah, 9, Charlie Brown playing the right cornerback.
Man is in the game.
Peretti throws it. Stamatine's got the guy. Let's see if they're going to call it a good catch. No, it's going to be. That was for Warbeck. That was for Mark Warbeck. So it's 3rd down, probably 9. See if Capone's in the game. No,
Capone's in the game.
There he is, right there. Big old John.
Yeah. Oh, man, you can see him. He's like, I remember when London High would play New Britain. New Britain had 5,000 kids going there about that. And they'd play in the morning at Willowbrook, and you'd see the steam coming off their face and their nose. You thought you were playing Dragons. And they were that good with Tony Starwitz and the rest of those guys. Saunders in motion. Peretti goes back. Peretti going to throw it back this way. Going to be caught by 48 is our boy. Oh, man, what a tackle. Number 48 for them, who was Matt McCarthy, who's played great.
Russell Connell just upended him. Got a floater on the play, though.
See what happens. But McCarthy, they set that screen up beautifully. McCarthy caught it back on the left side, ran it in the middle, and we'll see what happens.
Looks like it's going to be against Newtown.
Yep.
Maybe the clip.
We know that number 78 for Newtown, Mike Napoli, was not holding anybody with that cast on his hand. He couldn't grab anybody. Look at his left hand. Let's see what they do.
Chop block.
Yeah.
That's a big one. That's a 15-yarder, Mike.
Personal foul.
The amazing thing is when the Fitch starters are hurt or they don't know what to do with themselves. Like, look at Norris walking back and forth. He's not a sideline person. He doesn't know what to do. Walks back and forth.
These guys love to play. But, you know, my favorite part of the game is right now. I mean, if you look at Big Bam Hall sitting on the bench there,
Trying to
Big
figure
George,
out how to get the tape off.
just taking the tape off his shoes when you know you're not going to play anymore. The game is won. That's a very, very lovely feeling. And I use the word lovely.
What was that, a 100-yard penalty?
That's a big one.
2 15-yard penalties.
Wow.
30 yards.
Well, as Mike Hall said, he says, I'm ready to sit down and relax now. Let my leg heal up for the
Cook's
game.
got his coat on. He must be going somewhere.
Brandon says it's cold out here.
His coat on. Unbelievable. And now another 15.
Oh, wow.
I never seen 45 straight. That was live ball, dead ball. We'll
It's
see.
third and Texas.
Yeah. Yep. 30 yards and penalties.
Third down in Texas.
Yep. Or Alaska. I'm not sure.
Oh, my
Fitch is the only team I know that has a play for this.
Yes, they get. Give the ball to George Hall. Get out of the way. Slim Jim playing defensive end. Capone in there, tackle.
Third and 38.
Yep. Drop straight
Here it
back.
comes.
Hayden's going to throw
One pass.
Hayden throws it. It's going to be bounced around. It's going to be incomplete.
Charlie almost picked it up.
Had a shot for that, as did Warbeck.
And that was close to being caught, too,
was close.
as it bounced around out there, boy.
It was close to being offensive interference on Warbeck. It was bouncing people around, but what difference does it make? It's 50-0, 7:10 to go in the fourth period. Looks like the Falcons will be going back to Southern.
Looks like it. They're doing some demons exercise
Yes, they
at
do.
that field.
The limo?
Well, Ronnie A's in charge. I never thought we'd be rooting for Massac. Ryan blocks the punt. Ryan gets the punt away. Short kick. Capolo gonna let it hit it. Bounce, picks it up on the 30. Gonna get you outside. He was beaten up.
Well, Polo didn't get the same kind of peel back block that Tay Ross got or Matt Maggs got.
And that was Warbeck. Coming in, Donnie Warbeck just hit him. Number 21. He's had to play a lot because Tobin hasn't played since he walked sideways in the second period.
Yeah,
And Tobin, 1,300 yards.
he had his bell roll.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Let's see what the Falcons can do. Capolo's going to be the quarterback. And you know who Capolo's personal center is? John Capone. You can't even see Capolo behind Capone. Look at Capone come out.
Stamati comes out, so we're probably going to see,
Perez.
we're going to see Jamal Perez is in the game now.
I wish they'd do the fumble rule to Capone one time. Capolo hands it back to Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown, the freshman, he's going to get about 4 yards of balls on the ground. Nobody's reading it,
No.
but they're going to call him down.
Yeah, so it was down by Callum.
I want to see Capone run the fumble Ruski.
That would be nice, huh?
I don't think Mike Emery wants any ball on the ground at any time. The fumble was a real fumble.
Nope.
the Polos and 86 in there now for the Falcons, who, as we said before, Nick Merritt. He was getting more TV time than what we've ever seen. Second down, about 5. The Polo, the quarterback, the wrestler. Little view, pitch back to Will. Will turn. Will gets a couple more. Going to be third down about 3 and about the 37. Will plays well. I'll tell you, Will's going to be in the mix somewhere next year.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. He'll probably be one of the wings. The other thing that's funny is that Mike Emery wastes no time. Once we get the second team, man, it's the third team in there.
Oh, yeah. That means you're going to have a lot of... Third down.
How you doing, Billy? No, I wasn't telling you. Just come out.
Pitch back to View. View gets roughed up this Warsaw. The dudes get back to the 35-yard line. He's going to lose 2 4th and 5. Murph, we got to get us some earmuffs so we can do. Nick Atkins come up.
That's a fan, Murph.
We just want to say hello. You know? Nick was a good ball player for the Fitch High team last year.
Yes, he was. Tough little guy.
He was.
We got Rowdy here. You get telephone calls in the press box. What else can happen here? We're starting to lose it here. 15-0. 5 minutes to go. I don't think we got, we're going to try to do something else to this punt here. Who we got here punting the ball? Cutter Oliver, as Miles tells me, one of his last announcements of the year. Okay, Colorado is going to kick it. Spins it around, gets a nice high kick. Going to bounce. It's going to be out of bounds. We're about the 47-yard line. So let's see if Fields is back here. You're listening to The Ticket. WSB 980 AM ESPN Radio. A minute or 10 minutes or what?
Well, we got TV to do.
We'll do it. Pedretti hands off and right to Hayden. And Hayden is one of his big runs of the year. He's got 900 and some yards. He gets down to about the 35-yard line. He's going to get a first down. Had 900 yards and had 1,300 coming in. 2,400 yards. Good throw. But they didn't do much. The Nighthawks are laying low at this moment, trailing 15-0.
Well, Fitch is a different animal. You don't want to see him more like this.
Okay. Petretti hands off to Hayden. Hayden bounces around a few more people. Hayden's kind of close to the 25-yard line. He may have the first down, and Adam Hayden, for a string fullback, really running harder there against, some of the lesser players. But we've got to say something about Hayden. Hayden's getting some.
Well, let's face it. This is the third Fitch team. John Capone's in it now. I mean, you're down to some of the guys.
Second
Chris
one.
Moore, number 79. Yeah.
Saunders breaks the tackle. Saunders is down about the 14. Another first down. So with 4:04 to go. 15-0. Nighthawks are on the move here on the 14-yard line of the Falcons.
They're going with the no huddle too, Mike.
Yeah. Well, it's a long ride. It's 10 minutes from the New York border.
Yeah, almost 2 hours.
They do. Hand off to Hayden. Hayden's going to be down about the 9. And there's Slim Jim, and there's a couple of other people going to run about Daly number 2. Running in his number is 6'2". Danny Hespler. There's 80 Sermon, Cutter over. That's easy on TV is when you're running on the field.
Absolutely.
Second and 5. Hand off inside. Looks like Hayden.
Enough to take his starters out, and even the second team is out. But then you leave your first team, and the
First game, Robbie.
wow.
There's an outside kick. I'm sorry, Phil. The ball bounced wrong. Go the 10 yards is what the problem is.
No, it didn't. Should be a penalty on that.
Just gonna give it to the Plus the Falcons for a little bit. Nice little the way they had it scrubbed up there. So what did first down from the 49-yard line. We hit 50 days, 3 minutes to go. Capolo back. To Perez, he bounces by people. Perez is going to play more this year, but he'll play a lot the next 2 years.
Yes, he will. Let's hope he really good as well. It is a hamstring injury, but not a knee injury. Goodness, but hamstrings are tough to come back from.
Theo, Charlie Brown, Jamal Peru, Chris Capolo, the quarterback. Then after Jamal Perez, he's fighting, spinning, carrying people. He's close to the first down.
Came through there 2 weeks ago.
Yes, he did. He's not in there at the moment. Now Perez is the fullback. And there's a little trouble in, I think. Number 23 in a row. Can you believe it? Took a knee. Capolo. 6 seconds, 50 to 8. Walks again. 3 semifinals to name their score. And I think just got a blow for some Gatorade.
You know, she did. It's awfully cold out there to take a bath with. It's the first time he's gotten one.
Well, you know, it was Brandon Cook. Got another one of the coaches. Brandon Cook, he had his coat off there. Proud him. Is he kidding? They think like the Southwood. Well, his hide was because of the plane. And because of the fact that his hide can't play there again. Well, you know what? So, maybe the event fell, you know, just a little bit dancing off here for the flower. We're gonna come back and wrap it up, finals. Fitch.